I'm Molly Dine and I'm here at North Kent College where media teacher Paul Stevens is reportedly leaving. We're here to find out more. This is the hall where Paul spends most of his time. Here he has taught many people and gave many lessons. His knowledge in TV and film and journalism is what inspires many people. Paul Stevens is also known as Paul Marlon. He's written and acted in many films and plays under that stage name. Films and plays such as The Bone Witch, Bruised, Smackhead, Greater Game, Lost a Girl, Dangerous Minds of a Hooligan, Essex Boys Retribution and Splinter. He's played a variety of complex characters and he's even acted alongside some big names in the UK.
In the center of the ring, please. Come out!
I'm joined by Elliot Camies, who is a student of Paul. Elliot, in these 3 weeks, what has your experience been with Paul?
Well, he's been pretty motivated. He's got me up. He's actually got me doing something. He's just been one of the best teachers I've had in a while. I mean, I didn't get much of that, like him running around trying to make sure you're all right in secondary. Primary, I don't really remember. I love how inspirational he is. You know, he's always running around. He's doing stuff. He just never gives it a rest. He's always really up there. And when I was struggling with my vlog, you know, I tried to put off that I was okay. I really wasn't. He pulled a late night trying to get me to do well. And that's really shown that I bounced back in my second project. You know, it's been stressful, but it's done. Majority, like 99%. But it's been pretty inspirational.
What in these 3 weeks is something that he's taught you that will stay in your life and you will use in the future?
Don't stop working. Definitely talk to people. I never used to do that. I never used to ask for help. I started now. But it's just, it goes back. He's just bent over backwards for 3 weeks. Earlier on, I never really got to say my favourite film in the first week. But just see how excited he was to just over a film. That was nice. Then it's just how he's always there. He's always patting you on the back, saying good work, or he's always with your hands around you. Just keep going. You got this.
We're now going to head over to my correspondent, Ellanor, who is with a colleague of Paul's.
Hello, I'm here with one of Paul's colleagues, Graham, and I'm going to be asking him some questions about Paul's departure. Okay, do you know where Paul is off to next?
As far as I know, he does other work outside of here, so he's got a few bits and pieces coming up as far as I know, but I don't know specifically where he's going to, no.
Okay. What was your first impression on Paul when he began working with you?
The first time I met Paul, I thought he was a very lively character, and so that was really good. I thought we're going to have a good time here because we've got someone who's going to inject a bit of liveliness into the classes, so that was positive. So that's what my first impression was there.
Do you think that any of it has changed, on how you see him?
What, since I met him?
Yeah.
We've had, obviously, when you work with somebody, then you have conversations, in the staff room and things like that, so you get to know someone a little bit more, and I've learned a few things about him, and he's a really nice guy.
Okay. Whilst working with Paul, do you think he has helped students develop their own skills?
Yes, I do. I think Paul's a good teacher, and I think he's been working hard to make sure that everybody's on track with what they're doing, so yeah.
Has Paul taught you anything personally?
Has Paul taught me anything? Well, I'm a little bit long in the tooth to be taught anything at this stage by other members of staff, but he's taught me, rather than taught me something, he's reminded me of our energy in the classroom always works well. So that's been a breath of fresh air.
Okay. What sort of advice would you give to Paul for his future?
For his future, one piece of advice would be don't shut the door. So keep the door open so you can always come back. Yeah. And the other would be, I know he's about to have a baby, so not personally, I know his wife's about to have a baby. So I would say get as much sleep as you can when you can.
Good luck on that. Do you think Paul's departure will lead to a downfall in the department?
I hope not a downfall. That would be a bit dramatic. But I think it's going to be, for you guys in particular, it's always kind of like if a member of staff leaves and then, you know, someone new comes along, then obviously you have to adapt to that change, don't you? So I think it might disrupt your sort of process for a little while, but hopefully for not too long. Yeah.
Okay. And the final simple question, are you going to miss him?
Yes, I am.
Well, that was the interview with Graham. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm here with David, one of Paul's colleague and friend, and I'm going to be asking him a few questions. When and how did you meet Paul?
Oh, way back. I've known Paul for a long time, maybe 15 years, I think. I was casting a film that I was directing. I wrote and directed, and I was looking for fresh, new talent. And I've been associated with Miskin Theatre for a long time, working with actors there. And I came across Paul and offered him an audition, and he nailed it, basically. He knew exactly what he wanted to do with the part, came in like a force of nature, and I thought, yeah, I need this guy in my film.
What was the film called?
The film was called Burnt, and it was about a group of young people in a squat, and the squat was an old abandoned cinema. So as the film unfolds, we learn about how each one of the characters came to be in that squat, and the friction between them all.
Do you think he done a good job in his role?
He did a great job. He's excellent at improvisation, and he brought a kind of rawness and energy and some danger as well to the part. He was not a nice character in the film, so I think he revelled in that.
After your film career with Paul, did you have an impact on Paul starting here as a tutor?
In as much as I went for an interview for my position here, and I discussed it with Paul because we're friends outside of college, and it came about that they were looking for someone part-time to work with level 2 students. So he jumped on that and thought it'd be a great opportunity. So yeah, the connection was kind of there, but I didn't really have an influence on him getting the role, but certainly he became aware of it through me. Yeah.
So you two think you've done pretty well as colleagues together?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've done some really good work together. We work well together, writing, and we collaborate well actually on set when it comes to directing the film. You know, he's full of ideas, and you need someone like that on set to drive the project forward.
Do you think there would be a future in you and Paul making another film together?
Definitely, we are developing lots of ideas, so we're always moving towards the next project, yeah, certainly.
As you have so many good memories, easy question, are you going to miss Paul?
Yeah, big time. Yeah, it's nice to have him around here. But, of course, I'm going to see him outside of college as well, so.
Does Paul have any projects coming up in Qatar?
Well, yes. Is this an exclusive?
Yes.
He's flying off tonight to Qatar, to Doha, actually, where he's doing a project. I can't really tell you much about it because it's under wraps. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, he's going to have a great time, and it's a really exciting project for him.
We're now going to go over to Molly, who's now going to be with a student.
Do you think that Paul's departure will lead to a downfall on your course?
The complete opposite. I believe that the new person coming in called Jessie is going to be a success to the digital journalism course, and that we will have further improvement due to this departure.
What is something you would finally like to say to Paul?
Paul, I'm not going to miss you. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to miss you.
Well, there we have it, guys. Whether you're a fan of Paul or not, his legacy will live on at North Kent College. Back to you in HQ.